Hello my friends and welcome to my creative YouTube channel, The PiaKnits. My name is Marjam. If it's your first time here, a very warm welcome, and if you are a returning viewer, welcome back. I'm very happy to see you here today. In my videos I usually talk about my own creative projects, which are sewing, crochet, knitting, and sometimes drawing and painting as well. But today I have a little surprise for you. Yes, I will take you along with me on a visit to my good friends Iwona and Gerrit. Yes, Iwona recently started her own small business, and I thought it was a good idea to make a video about her creative work and introduce her to you. And her husband Gerrit is really a fine musician, and the music you will hear today is played by Gerrit or by Gerrit and me together. You will see and hear it later in the video. Well, the first part of the video, in the first part of this video, I'm chatting with Iwona, kind of an interview about her work, how she makes her creative projects, and you will see everything and hear everything about it in the interview. But I will try my best to add subtitles, English subtitles, at the bottom of the screen. It is the very first time I will do that, so it's a new challenge for me, something new to learn. But I think if it works, that it will be great, because my native language is Dutch and Iwona is from Poland, so yeah. Our efforts to communicate in English maybe will not be very clear all the time, so I do my very best to add subtitles. So come along with me on my visit to Iwona and Gerrit. Hello!
Hello!
So here we are. I am at my friend's place, and this is Iwona. And I have a special attention for you, a little gift.
You.
So Iwona is a very good friend, and she comes from Poland, and she likes to make creative projects with flowers. And not so long ago you started a small business.
Yeah.
And it's called
Eglantine in flowers.
Eglantine in flowers.
Eglantine in English.
Yeah. Eglantine in
Yeah.
flowers. But I will always mention the text on the screen.
Yeah.
Eglantine in flowers. Eglantine in flowers.
Wow.
So of course I want to congratulate her with her creative work, and today we are going to talk a little bit. I will ask Iwona to explain how she makes all her beautiful flower work, and yeah, we will start. We have to start somewhere.
For start, I
Do you
have
like
to,
it?
yeah, that's flowers.
Yeah.
Thank you
Flowers,
very
of
much.
course, flowers.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
So it's made on parchment
Yeah.
paper, and yeah, I
I
will.
can show.
Yeah, the card.
Thank you. Thank you
You're
for
welcome.
introducing me. Ja,
Yeah.
I say, yeah.
Yeah, I first have to say, Iwona is, of course, she's from Poland, and she speaks very well French, but my French is not so good. English is more or less okay,
Yeah.
and she's learning Dutch. So we are kind of improvising
Yeah.
now to explain ourselves. So
I mix a little bit
you mix the languages.
languages, and yeah, I work in French, and in my first principal work, and for my activity with flowers, in French and in Dutch.
Yes.
So English is. Yeah, I will mix with some French of Dutch words.
It will be a language cocktail.
Yeah.
So I hope there's enough light and that you can see us very well. Well, how did you start with your flower hobby or a creative work? How did you start with it?
So I started last year, more seriously. I loved flowers always in my family. My mom loved flowers, so I had always flowers.
Always flowers
in house.
at home.
Yeah, at home. And last year I had some hard time with work and some
lot
hard
of
situation.
Stress.
Stress with COVID, and in the family my father died.
Yes.
Yeah, that was a hard time, and I needed some creativity, something to do. Who need no work is, and
something
to distress to
something that is not related to the job, and that you could creativity is very important emotionally. And
first that was like therapy for me. We have like a little garden with flowers, and I arranged our terrace and garden, and I saw the flowers, and I thought, when I was little, I had
flower press?
No, but I pressed flowers in books for the school projects, for botanical lessons, of something like that, and that was the click. And I started to dry in books. I made the flower press. I will show you.
Yes, we will show everything in a minute.
That was wow. That's really something I like, I love, and I started to take my time for that, and family and friends said, wow, that's beautiful. So that's encourageant.
This is encouragement, and people are supporting you. It's always so nice when they say, wow, we love it. Then
and I am active in Instagram and Facebook, social media, and in last year in June I was invited to Creative Markt.
Ambachtenmarkt, kind of artist market. I don't know exactly the word.
A little market in Wallonia, and via Instagram.
Oh, that's nice.
And that was the first thing I thought, maybe that I can do that. A little more for other people. A start
to do this in a little bit more professional way, and really, because you need structure also. Well, Iwona, how did you choose the name of your business? Eglantine in flowers. In French, that would be Eglantine.
Yeah.
So how did you choose the name?
Yeah, that was at some moment natural. I think but first, with my husband, we met in Belfast, in North Ireland.
Ah, you met in Belfast.
Yeah,
wow,
we was there for a meeting for our work.
Yes.
And there was a pub, Irish pub,
Eglantine.
That's the first. Wow, Eglantine. I like this name. Like name. For a woman.
It sounds musical.
Yeah, and
Eglantine, especially in French. Eglantine.
Yeah. And that's in English and in French also.
Of course, yes.
And when I have to choose a name for my business, a little business,
yes.
I think Eglantine. I like this, and the meaning of the flowers.
Yes, the meaning
of flower is this wild rose. So
wild rose.
Yeah, Eglantine is a wild rose.
Wild rose.
And symbolism, the flower of love, and also the passage from death to the life. From the death to the life.
Oh, okay.
So life,
transition from death to life.
Yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, in English, and the flower of love, the expression of love. So, meeting my husband in the pub, Irish pub, Eglantine, and that was natural. Eglantine is
very
is
good.
Perfect, and in flowers, because
yes.
That's with flowers.
Eglantine in flowers. And do you have? Well, maybe we can film some of your works. But do you have a work with eglantines?
No.
Or not yet?
Not yet.
Is it difficult to find?
Yeah. And eglantine flowers. That's very fragile. Fragile flowers.
They break easily.
Yeah, so I want to find one day. That's and
You will have to go to Belfast.
Maybe.
Well, Iwona, can you show us something more about how you create your artwork? How you maybe tell us how you find your flowers, how you dry them. So it's up to you. You can show us.
Yes, of course.
We will
Welcome
do that.
in my atelier.
Yeah.
I will show you first my coquelicot in French. I think moonflower in English. Yeah, they are dried already. Yeah, I put them 1 week ago. Yeah, and I can show you. Ooh. Yeah, it's ready to.
Oh wow!
When I have a new flower, I put them in the press like that, with the paper, cartoon, and and that's ready to dry. And when my flowers are dried, I put them in the boxes. Yeah, some plastic boxes and some others, and I have a special box from the grandmother of my husband. Yeah, so it's my little stockage. of flowers. Yeah, and here you see some of my colors. So I choose my colors for
frames.
Yeah.
That's it.
You.
Frames. Yeah.
Frames for for different people. That you see here some little frames I buy, and for example this frame,
very beautiful.
Yeah, a vintage, with a little vintage style, and I am looking for vintage frames in kringwinkels.
Yes, charity shops.
Charity
I think
shops and second-hand shops for the frames well preserved, but I repair.
What is it?
Je répare.
Yes. Renovate or repair.
Yeah. Thank you for
we can help each other.
I renovate a little sometimes if needed. Yeah, and I like the idea that everybody can find something for
that they like.
That they like with the style they like.
Oh, that's nice.
I like that. I will take a frame for my new project.
Yes.
So I have a lot of frames with different colors. So that's this frame to do with my moonflowers. Yeah. They dry.
Yes.
I think so. But some
it's very delicate.
Yeah.
So now you open the frame.
For try.
Yes.
I will try with different paper for choose to the right color. Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Delicate process. No.
Ooh, la, la, la,
I have
la.
to
So beautiful.
And I try.
Yes.
To put. First, I try different positions and yeah.
Oh, wow, yeah. So yes, it's very delicate if you have to experiment with the position with delicate flowers. That is not easy.
Yeah, so not every flower will be used.
No.
And I try different position. And when I find, I start to use a little glue, very little. Other method to dry, to preserve is with silica gel, and I will show you. Yeah, that's one rose dried since
so
two weeks. Yeah, ready to go to frame or
yeah. And how long do they stay in the silica gel?
2 or 3 weeks.
Ooh, no,
They the tips are a few days, 5 or 6 days, but that's not working for me, so I put for a few weeks.
2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Well, that was such a lovely conversation with Iwona, and I hope you have enjoyed it as much as I did. And of course, by adding the English subtitles, that you could easily follow our conversation. I'm very impressed with Iwona's flower art, really. And you know, flowers are one of the most beautiful and precious gifts from nature. And I really do hope that Iwona will soon find an Eglantine flower to create a lovely flower art project. That would be fantastic. If you like, you can follow Iwona and her work on Instagram as Eglantine in Flowers. I will put everything on the screen, below on the screen. Or you can follow her on Facebook. She has a Facebook page called Eglantine in Flowers. Or if you would like to get in touch with her, I will mention her email address here on the screen. So you can write her an email should you wish to do that. Her work is also for sale in Jacob's concept store in Ninove. That is a town, a city, Ninove. But Iwona sent me a few short video clips about the Jacob's concept store there, but unfortunately I couldn't enter the video clips into my video editing program. I tried it maybe 4 or 5 times and I couldn't find a solution, so I'm very sorry for that. But anyhow, I will mention all the details. Maybe there's a website of the Jacob's concept store. I will add all the details in the description box below the video on the YouTube channel. And after our conversation or the interview from Iwona, we went to a restaurant in the city called Geraardsbergen to have a lovely, delicious lunch together. And afterwards we went for a little walk in the neighborhood and the city center. And at the end of this video now, I will share some footage of the environment, the neighborhood, so that you get an impression of the place called Geraardsbergen. But before saying goodbye to you, I have another little surprise. Yes, Gerrit and me, we played 2 short piano duets. And of course we recorded it, and I hope you will enjoy it. And I will add the footage in a minute. But first, of course, I want to thank Iwona and Gerrit for welcoming me in their home and for sharing with us their creative talents. And of course, thank you so much for watching our video. And if you like, you can give us a thumbs up or subscribe to the channel. You're very welcome. So I would say come along and enjoy our piano duets and the footage from our walk in the city and the environment. And yeah, I wish you a very cozy and creative weekend, and I hope to see you next time. So, bye.